Hi everyone, I'm Gina K from Gina K Designs, and I am here at the Thermoweb booth showcasing my brand new stamp and stencil system and my brand new Glitz Glitter Gel. So let me show you how this system works. The system is comprised of 3 components: stamp sets. We have 2 new stamp sets. We've got the Petals and Wings stamp set and the Crazy Daisy stamp set. Along with the stamp sets, there are coordinating stencils that allow you to stamp and stencil the details into your image. And then we also have dies that perfectly cut out these different images. So let me show you how this works. So I have a little template cut. What I did was I cut the shapes out of the dies, and this makes it easy to mass produce because then you can pre-cut all of your images and you can pop them into the stencil like this, and you can mass stamp them. You can stamp them over and over again. So I'm going to start with a little bit of sea glass ink, and I'm going to stamp this butterfly with some sea glass. Okay, and then I'm going to take this butterfly and I'm going to grab the coordinating stencil. So I'm going to put a tiny little bit of adhesive on the back, and I'm going to lay the stencil on top like that. Let me flip this over because the sticky part of the stencil is over here. Okay. There we go. So now I'm going to take one of the colors of the Glitz, and this one is the Wild Lilac. Let me tell you about this Glitz. So it comes in 10 colors. This is pure glitter in here in clear gel. So there are no paints, there's no pigment, there's no fillers, there's nothing to block the shine of the Glitz glitter. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that on top of the stencil. So this is filling in those open areas, and then you're going to take the side of your palette knife and really smooth it down because you don't need very much of this glitz for it to look great. Alright, then once you do that, you can take the stencil and you can lift it straight up, and you can see, try to do this without too much damage here. And you can see all the texture and glitter you get with that. So there's all kinds of different things, different combos you can do. Here's a red and a yellow one. Here is one of the flowers. This one is done with bubblegum pink and gold. Now, you don't only need to use the glitz through these stencils. You can also ink through the stencils, and you can use Deco foil transfer gel, and I'm going to show you that next. So let me just clean up this stencil. It cleans up easily with a baby wipe. I'm going to clean the palette knife then. So now I'm going to take one of these butterflies here, and these butterflies are already stenciled with Deco foil transfer gel. So what we've done is we've stamped it using the template, and then we've used the stencil and put the Deco foil transfer gel on and allowed it to dry. So it can take anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes for the transfer gel to dry. So that's why they're pre-done. The transfer gel goes on white, but it dries clear. So when it's clear and shiny like that, you know it's ready to go. So I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper, and I'm going to take a piece of the brand new Glimmering Gold foil. This is a new color of my glitter foils that Thermoweb and I designed. And I'm going to cut a piece of that out that will cover the transfer gel on that butterfly. So I'm going to lay that on top. And then I'm going to put that into a piece of parchment paper with an extra piece of cardstock just to shim it. Makes it a little tighter, and it brings the piece a little bit closer to the heating element on the laminator. So I'm going to turn this actually sideways to get it to cover a little better. And then I'm going to send that through the laminator. Now this laminator is the Royal Sovereign laminator. It's a fantastic laminator, and one of the reasons why I love it as my favorite is because it's the laminator that Thermoweb tests all of their Deco flocking and Deco transfer gel products with. So you know that you're getting a good laminator that's been tried and tested, and you're going to get good results. Now while this is going through, I want to tell you a little bit about the stencils. So you have all the details that coordinate with the stamps, but you also have some patterns that are really beautiful, and you can use those with ink, you can use those with embossing powder, you can also use those with the Glitz Glitter Gel, and I'll show you what they look like when they're glittered. One of my favorite colors is the black glitter. So you can see how pretty that looks. And I'll show you the other one. This one is done with the wild lilac glitter. So pretty. You can also use these with Deco transfer gel and foil them. So now let's see what this little foiled butterfly looks like. I'm going to pull that out of the parchment paper and I'm going to peel and reveal. See how pretty that looks? So that's another way to add glitter. So you have the glitter and the shine from the foil, you have the glitter from the glitz with the texture, and then there's one more thing that you can do. You can use flock. So Thermoweb has come up with some fantastic flock that comes on a sheet. They like to say this is not your grandmother's flock, because years ago flock used to come in a jar and it used to be loose and you'd have to put glue and it was messy and it was all over the place. This is a sheet that you just put right over your image with the Deco transfer gel, and it leaves behind a little furry feeling texture on there. Then with what's left behind, you can take one of the coordinating dies and you can cut that out, and that leaves you a debossed image that's furry, full of texture, and it allows you to use every last little scrap of your flock. So these are the new products available with Gina K Designs and Thermoweb, and they're going to be available shipping, I believe, in March. They'll be at fine retailers near you at thermoweb.com and ginakdesigns.com.